This your girl Shaquana coming to you loud, live, and in color. I'm sitting here in front of my mirror while my mom's at work. How y'all doing today? If I'm looking straight ahead, this is my window right here. So, I just want to sit in front of my mirror today and just look outside, be nosy. But I wanna talk about. This is a story time. I wanna talk about my sophomore year in high school. I met this boy. I can't remember if it was my ninth grade year. Yeah, it was I think in my ninth grade year. I met this boy. Was it my ninth grade year? Yeah, it's my ninth grade year. I met this boy. He was in ROTC. He wasn't all that attractive. I'm just gonna say it. I had bad taste back then. Don't know what happened. I went from having great taste in boys my 7th and 8th grade year to having shitty taste when it came to boys my 9th grade year. Anyway, I met this boy and we started talking and everything, and we hit it off really well. And I didn't think he was a bad dude or anything. But, we got together, and once we got together, I started noticing some things about him that I did not like. He was possessive, controlling, he was abusive, and he would tell me, but he started off telling me, and I never paid him any attention, but he started telling me that if I ever broke up with him, he would kill himself. So, I started laughing about it, 'cause I'm thinking he's joking. I ain't never heard no dude say anything like that before. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, haha, laughing, I didn't think anything of it. And so, a couple of weeks go by, and and then I go from the 9th grade to the 10th grade, and he started telling people that if I ever broke up with him and he killed himself, it would be my fault because he killed himself. And you would think people with some sense would try and help me, but I really didn't have a whole lot of help. He really had people. Every time I turned around, people was coming up to me telling me, Shaquana, if you break up with him, he'll kill himself. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's the same thing he told me, and I thought he was joking. But it got serious. He started telling me if I ever broke up with him, he would kill himself, and it would be my fault. Okay, he stopped telling me this. People that's supposed to be my friends would come up to me and tell me this on a daily basis. And then I guess it wasn't having the effect that he wanted. And so he would put that added pressure and depression on me by saying it to me as well. By saying, if you broke up with me, I'd kill myself and it would be your fault. Y'all, when I tell you I could not eat, I could not sleep, and when I finally did go to sleep, I would wake up in a cold sweat. When I ate, I threw up my food. I couldn't keep anything down. I went from weighing 102 pounds to weighing 87 and a half. Now, I'm 4'8". My weight's supposed to be maybe 95 to 100 pounds. Just imagine me being 4'8", 87 and a half pounds. I looked like a cancer patient. I looked like a crackhead. I looked like I had something seriously, medically wrong with me. But I kept it to myself. I never told my mom. I never said anything to my mom. Because in my face, you couldn't tell it in my face or anything. But under my clothes, I look bad. And so I seen myself one day. But I still didn't tell my mama how I looked. You could see my bones. I mean, you could see how bad I was getting. And I started noticing it in my face. One day I was getting out the bathtub. My mama, she saw my tailbone. And so she ended up taking me to the doctor that she knew. He looked at me. He ran all kind of tests and everything. He wanted to see if I was malnutrition. He wanted to see if I was dehydrated. And he wanted to run a test to see if I had he wanted to run a test to see if I had AIDS. I tried to tell this doctor I'm not having sex, I'm not a drug addict, but he didn't listen. But he ran the test anyway to see if I had AIDS, HIV, or anything like that. Which I understand that a lot of people go to the doctor and they lie. So I understood why he didn't listen. But I just felt bad, because I had gotten that far. So I had to wait a couple of weeks to get my results back. And the doctor called my mama and me in. He told me I was dehydrated and I was malnutritioned. And I was suffering from sleep deprivation because I wasn't eating, I wasn't sleeping. So he told me to go to the store, and it's this milkshake called Boost that will give you what your food is not giving you. And since I couldn't eat anything, the only thing I could do was drink this Boost. That's the only thing I could keep down. I couldn't keep food down. I couldn't keep solids down. So I ended up drinking it. And I ended up slowly gaining my weight back. And at this point in 10th grade, I'm in ROTC. He's in ROTC. And the sergeant major, the thing gets back to him what's going on with me. And so so one day I'm in my last period class, 10th grade. But before that, my then boyfriend, he gives me this note, so I'm not paying no attention. And well, let me back. I ain't got the back. He's supposed to stay away from me because the doctor went to my school and told the principal that I'm on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I'm having health issues to keep him away from me. And so, like I was just finna get ready to say, I'm in my last period class, my 10th grade year. And he had just given me a note. And I'm like, why is you even talking to me? So I take the note, put it in my pocket, don't even think anything of it. So once I get to class, get myself settled in, ready for the class, the note falls out my pocket. So I pick it up and I go to read it. Now keep in mind, he can't write worth a damn, but he wrote clear enough for me to understand what he was saying. He just basically wrote me a suicide note telling me goodbye. And he was gonna go and kill himself. And he hopes that I'm happy. And as I'm reading the note, something in my spirit just I went to screaming and I went to hollering. I couldn't stop screaming, I couldn't stop hollering. They had to call the nurse in to calm me down. And she was like, what happened? And that's when somebody in the classroom, I can't remember who, had got the note, read the note, and said, this is what's wrong with her. They went looking for him. When I get home, he had already given my mama a suicide note, telling my mama goodbye, and that he loved her and everything. And his mom calls me asking where her son is. I'm like, I don't know. He gave me a suicide note telling me he was going back to where they used to live to kill himself. She gonna act dumb and play dumb like she didn't know that she didn't have a gun. He told me himself that his mom had a gun. And that's where he got the gun from. He stole it from his mom. And he went back to where they used to live to kill himself. But he never did do that. I seen him at school the next day. The sergeant major, after school the next day, pulled him to the side and took him outside. But took him outside to his truck. And he told my ex, he said, if you want to kill yourself, don't keep telling people you gonna do it. Do it and stop punishing her. Stop torturing her. Stop making her miserable. If you gonna do it, do it. And he gave the boy the gun. He gave him the gun out of his truck. Okay. Out of his truck. He said, be a man, and if you gonna just end it all, end it all. But don't keep telling somebody you're going to end it and you don't. Stop torturing her. Stop making her life miserable. She already got health issues and you're not making it no better. Needless to say, this jackass didn't even never attend. He was never going to do anything. My mama told me, she said, I told you he was never going to do it. And my aunt told my mama, don't do that to her. She's been through enough. She don't need to hear I told you so. She need to hear, baby girl, I love you. We'll get through this. Needless to say, I got through it, but it took me a while. It took me a while to get my weight back up. Okay, because like I said, I went from 102 pounds to 87.5 pounds, and I dropped that weight fast, but it never showed in my face. I guess that was God's way of giving me time and a warning at the same time to tell my mama what was going on. But my mama found out before I could tell her, because she saw my butt bone when I was getting ready to get in the tub. So I ended up, like I said, get my weight back up. Slowly but surely. I'm country, I'm sorry. But I got my weight back up. I got my health back right. As you can see, I'm plump as a peach. But he ended up going to the school because he wasn't in the school district. So I was happy about that. I got peace of mind. And I'm telling this story to tell you young people this. If you ever get into a relationship with a guy that's so controlling and so abusive, you can always get out. It may take you a while to get out, but you can get out. Just know that you can get out of that relationship. It's gonna be hard and it's gonna be dangerous. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna even play with you. It's hard to get out of an abusive relationship. If you never ever been in one, you will never understand what it's like to be in an abusive relationship. And I cannot stand people that sit there and judge people saying, well, why don't she just leave? It's hard to leave. It's dangerous to leave an abusive relationship. But ladies, even fellas, if you are ever in an abusive relationship, you can always leave. You don't have to stay. Talk to a friend, talk to a family, call somebody that can help you, a pastor, a counselor, somebody. Cause it's dangerous out here, and I don't ever want to see anybody ever get hurt because of some old knucklehead that wants to control your life. Don't ever let somebody control your life, because life is just too short, and you only get one chance to live this life, and you should be at peace to live it. And I'm back, y'all. Sorry for the interruption. My mom had to talk to me about something. She came in the house. But like I was saying, I made this video as warning to you young ladies and you young men, even women my age and older, because there are people my age and older who are in abusive relationships. Make sure you have an exit plan. You can always call the domestic violence hotline and get you some help. Make sure you have friends and family that your significant other don't know anything about that can help you. Make sure you have a secret phone that your significant other knows nothing about. Make sure you have a code that you can do, whether it be flicking the lights off and on twice, or whatever it is. Make sure you have something, a signal that your neighbors know, that to get them to know that there's a sign of trouble. Make sure you have neighbors that will help you first of all, okay? Because these days a lot of people don't want to help you when you're in trouble. Make sure you have neighbors that are kind enough to help you out when you are in that time of need. I will post the number down below for the domestic abuse hotline if anybody needs that number. Y'all keep safe. Y'all love yourself. Love one another. Life is too short to be dealing with bullshit. You don't have to deal with abuse. You can always get out. You don't have to deal with it. You can always get out. Ladies and gentlemen, you can always get out. You don't have to stay because you think you cannot do better. You can always do better. You can do better by getting out and getting out alive. So with that said, be sweet and be kind to each other and live life, because God only gives you one. Mwah.